Howdy, horse friends and mathematicians. Let's talk about comparing and ordering whole numbers and numbers to the tenths, hundredths place. So compare and order. Compare means we need to be able to understand what makes them different, right? Or what makes them the same. And then ordering them might be putting them in least to greatest or greatest to least. So just for a frame of reference, we're going to have a greater than, less than, or equals, as we talk about today. So let's come down here to some examples here. All right, so here we have our place value chart in case anybody needs to reference that as we're working. So let's look at these first two numbers I have here. Let's compare them. So let's say, which one is bigger. Let's see here. Is 900 greater than, less than, or equal to 800? Well, first we want to look at our place value starting from the left, and then we're going to work our way to the right because both of these numbers are in the hundreds. So I'm going to start in the hundreds place. Well, is 9 worth more than 8? Would you rather have 9 horses or would you rather have 8 horses? Personally, I'd rather have the 9 horses. So 900 is greater than 800. Okay. So now let's look at 21 and 22. So we've got a 2 in both tens places here. So those match, those are equal. Now let's look at our ones place. Well, we have a 1 in the ones place and then a 2. Well, which one is going to be bigger? Well, the 22. So 21 is less than 22. Okay. So that's working with our whole numbers. Now let's look at some numbers that go to the tenths and the hundredths places. So here we have two barrel racing runs. We're going to compare these 15-second barrel runs, and we're going to compare this other set of barrel runs right here. So let's look at this top. So first, let's look at our whole numbers, our tens place. Oh, we've got a 1. And then let's look at our ones place. We got a 5 in each of those, so everything is matching. But next, we're going to look at the tens place. Okay. So on this one here, we have a 0 in the tens place, so nothing valued. And then on this one, we have a 3 in the tens place. So remember, the further we move away to the right, the smaller the value of the number, correct? So pay attention that this 3 is right next to the decimal, so it's going to be a larger value than this 3 in the hundredths place, okay? Think of it also as money. So this 3 over here, this 3 right here is in the 30 cents place, where this 3 over here is in the 3 pennies. Would you rather have 30 cents or 3 pennies? Well, I would rather have the 30 cents. So that being said, 15 and 300ths is less than 15 and 3/10. And isn't that funny? Like we say tenths here, and you would think, well, 10 is smaller, but actually, this powerful TH at the end of the tenths let us know that it's a fraction of the number. And then the hundredths, even though we think sounds big, but it's that pesky TH at the end of it that makes it not so, makes it smaller than the tenths. Very good. All right, let's look at this one. So we've got one number here that's only got 3 numbers in it, and then this one over here has 4 numbers in it. You might want to think that, oh, well, this one has more numbers in it, so it's got to be worth more. But that is not the case, and let me show you how we know that. So when we have our number here, we have a 1 in each tens place, so that's matching. And then now let's look at our ones place. So we have a 3 here in our ones place, and we have a 12 here. But you might say, but hey, Miss Michaela, why? But there's a 96 behind it. Doesn't that have any credit? Well, not quite because it's not big enough to change this one's number, okay? So it might seem like it, that's not what we're looking for here. So this three in the ones place, this it has is more powerful than this 296 all put together. So all that really matters is that this two is smaller than the three. So therefore, that tells us this 13 is greater than the 12 and 96 hundredths, even though it's more of a mouthful to say too. Very good. Now let's see here. Let's do some ordering. Let's say I'm at a barrel race, and one of the barrel racing times is a 12:81, and then we had a 12:73, and then we had a 12:84, and we had a what else could they do? A 13 and 500ths. So if we were going to order these, we want to order them from the fastest to slowest. Now ask yourself, normally we think, the higher the number, the better it is. Like in money, for example, I would rather have the larger number, right? Because that's going to tell me the greatest amount. And but when we're working fastest to slowest, if you're running a race and I'm riding a horse and he can get around the barrels in 12 seconds, it takes him to get around, and then you're riding a horse that gets around the barrels in 11 seconds, which horse do you want to be on? Well, the horse you're on, right? Because that can get to 11 seconds around. It's faster. You took one less second faster. So that tells me that least to greatest is what they're asking for here. Oops, I can't spell. Okay. So let's look at least to greatest. Well, I know, so we've got in our whole numbers here, we've got 12s and we've got 113. Well, the 13 is bigger than the 12, so to me that's going to go at the bottom because I know that 13 is bigger than 12. So I got that one taken care of. Now let's look at our tenths places here. So I'm looking for my top number here that's going to be the quickest. See if I can find that next. Well, as I'm looking here, I can see that I've got 12 and 8100. I got 8, 7, 8. Well, the 7 then is going to be the least amount compared. Okay, and then now I've got to find the order of what goes in the middle here because I've got four numbers I've got to order. So I've got an 8 and 8, those match. Now I'm going to look at, oh, excuse me, my hundredths place. So my 1 is smaller than my 4. So then this one is going to go next, 12 81 hundredths. And then finally 12 and 84 hundredths. So this is how we're going to get them ordered today. So this person got first, they ran the fastest, second, third, and fourth. I challenge you to watch a barrel race or a rodeo and write down about three of the times that you watch. And then at the end of it, see if you can put them in order according to how they ran. The Cowboy Channel is a great place to look up on YouTube, and you can watch the latest barrel racing run at the pro rodeos. And just out of the three, four barrel racers you watch, write down those times and see if you can put them in the correct order.